What lessons do you think we can learn from, what happened in the 1930s with Joseph Stalin?
In the 1930s, we had a huge famine in Ukraine, artificially created by Stalin. Yeah, and I mean, it was never administered very properly, but the estimations are that there is between 3 and 10 million Ukrainians died of hunger in the 30s. Because all the grain which was produced was transported away, all the cows, I mean, all the food was artificially taken away with false arguments. And so a lot of people just died of starvation. So I hope it won't be that bad this year, and I think the world is more open now. I'm sure the world is more open now. Everybody can follow what's happening here. Farmers in the south, which are now occupied, they already started planting barley, and they stopped it. So that's already the first signs of that farming stops. And I mean, and that can happen all over Ukraine. So I mean, if people don't go back on their tractors and start planting, or if they're not able to, yeah, that's 100 million tons. Is it? Yeah, 100 million tons of food not being produced, in the world. So, I mean, Ukraine is so big, and so there's enough food for the local population, but I mean, it will be a huge gap in the world market if this doesn't stop fast or soon.
We're seeing things all over the world about what's going on in Ukraine, and one of the pictures is the flag, and the colors of the flag actually their connection to agriculture.
Yeah, it's like the blue sky in the top and the yellow grain fields underneath. That's a strong flag. Yeah, it's a strong symbol.
So people around the world need to understand the connection between this war and world food supplies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first thing is, of course, production here in Ukraine. It will also affect Russian production itself, and that's also a huge producer of grain. Of course, of Russian grain, a lot they need themselves. I mean, from Ukrainian grains and commodities, Ukraine only needs like 25-30% itself, and the rest goes on the world market. I mean, Ukraine is in a lot of top 5 positions concerning exports of different commodities. Yeah, but it can affect, and that's one thing. And another thing is the blockades of the Black Sea, through which a lot of those commodities are being exported to the world market. So
they're just not going now.
Now everything stopped. So I mean, there's Russian warships in front of Odessa, and I mean, in and around Odessa, there's this big grain ports. They're also afraid of being hit by bombs, and so they all stopped. That's I have no idea of the numbers, how many ships per day or per week leave Odessa, but at the moment there's nothing.
I saw a video that you posted of your grain storage. So yours, just like anyone else's, is just staying on your farm right now.
Yeah. There's grain storages all over the country, and nobody sells anything to the south, and a lot of farmers provide grain to the local and national feed mills, to keep them going, to keep Ukrainian people to supply them with food. And to supply the army and supply the soldiers in the front with food. So that's what a lot of farmers do voluntarily.
What message would you like to share with people around the world?
I mean, all war is completely useless, of course, but in not necessary. But I mean, this war is completely, there's no words for this. I mean, you know, it's a global community. It's a global market, and where everything is connected. I mean, China, Russia, Ukraine, United States, South America, Africa, Australia, everything's connected, everything's interconnected, and everybody's sharing knowledge, and every farmer tries to make his operations more efficient. And what's happening now here in Ukraine can be a huge disturbance in, first of all, food supplies, but second, also in the whole global way how we deal with each other, you know.